Well, good evening. We thank you for joining us. I'm Samantha German. As residential areas like Somerville continue to grow, community members desire more spaces for walking and biking. The South Carolina Department of Transportation is fulfilling that want for people living along Beech Hill Road. But officials need advice from the public on what design they prefer. Reese Thompson spoke to locals and SCDOT about the pros and cons of the presented alternatives. Reese, good evening.
Good evening, Samantha. SCDOT says this multi-use path gives residents another way to get to school or take a stroll, but potentially at the cost of impacted nature. They're proposing two options to the public where you can decide which one you like best. A 10-foot shared use path will stretch more than 3 miles from Summers Drive to Bacon Bridge Road.
There's a lot of children that live in the area that do walk over to the elementary and middle school, or they can ride their bicycles, and I think it's a safety advantage for them getting to and from school.
Residents get to choose between which side of the road they want the path, north side or south side, but the decision is not as easy as yes or no.
For instance, if you were most interested in a certain kind of tree, you might think, you would say that one side has impact, whereas if you're more interested in, for instance, utilities, it might not balance. It just depends.
Alternative 1, which will be on the north side, is expected to be 133,000 square feet, impacting 25 properties, over 1.5 acres of wetlands, and 26 live oaks. Alternative 2, which will be on the south side, is expected to be 92,000 square feet, impacting 48 properties, 1.2 acres of wetlands, and 31 live oaks. Rita Rank, who will be impacted by the new design, says she is in favor of option 1 because it won't take up yardage on properties and less trees will be destroyed.
My property is on the south side, and it's zone commercial and or residential. And I've used it for both an office and for residential. And when it's an office, there's already limited parking, and if they choose that option, they're going to eliminate most of the parking area.
The estimated cost of the north side is $7 million, while the south side is $8 million. Rank believes the impact on trees will be the deciding factor for many residents.
And they do provide, valuable environmental benefits to us. Trees are a source of our oxygen. They provide shade. It's just a barrier between the roads and the homes. Therefore, I think they help with a little bit of the sound issues.
SCDOT officials say they will consider building the path around the trees if possible.
What we're doing is making sure at every stage before we, for instance, put more resources toward this project that the community wants it, that they understand how it would impact them, and that they have some say in how it gets done.
Now, if you were not able to make it to the drop-in session, you can still provide comments or questions about the preliminary phase until December 10th. After comments have concluded, SCDOT will talk to local government about how they will move forward with the design. Construction is expected to begin in fall of 2027. To comment on the decision, you can look for this web story on our website, live5news.com. Reporting live in studio, I'm Reese Thompson, Live 5 News.